now my great pleasure to welcome onto the podium the Minister for Environment, Energy and Climate, Gudlaugur Thórdarson. Gudlaugur, gjörðu svo vel.
Thank you. And dear Minister, members of the German Bundestag, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you today at this event organized by the Embassy of Iceland in Berlin and Green by Iceland with the title Our Climate Future. Iceland has set itself a clear vision for sustainable energy future as outlined in our long-term energy policy to the year 2050. Two key pillars of the policy are energy security and sustainability, reflecting the need to pursue both in harmony. We have enhanced our ambition when it comes to the objectives of the Paris Agreement to achieve at least 55% net greenhouse gas emission reduction by 2030 compared to 1990, by acting jointly with the European Union and its member states and Norway. Our goal is to become carbon neutral and the first fossil fuel-free country by 2040. I believe we have a lot to offer in energy matters. In Iceland, you can get a peek into a future which everyone strives for now. A fully renewable electricity and heating system with close to zero carbon footprint. Iceland ventured through the energy transition of these sectors decades ago, after the oil crisis of the time, and some of them also almost 100 years ago. And now, today, over 85% of primary energy use in Iceland comes from renewable resources. We don't use any nuclear power or natural gas. The only fossil fuels in use today are in the mobile sectors, transports on land, ships and aviation. There we also are hard at work and have the second highest rate per capita of new registrations of electric and plug-in hybrid cars worldwide. We have achieved this mainly through two policies. First, we have for a long time had financial incentives for customers to buy low and zero emission cars in the form of tax and fee breaks. Second, the government has supported building a network of charging points, not least in rural areas. We have done this by grants that match initiatives by power companies and private actors. This has helped us to get maximum benefit for public money. A comprehensive network of charging points is of key importance in sparsely populated country like Iceland, as any geographical bottleneck has bad effect on drivers' confidence. For you who don't know, it's well known in Iceland the charging anxiety, hleðslukviði in Iceland, which is important to get rid of. Iceland continues to lead the world in harnessing geothermal energy in and around the capital, Reykjavik. There is an entire value chain of geothermal utilization at work. Before we started using our geothermal resource for district heating in 1930s, Reykjavik would often be hidden under a dark cloud of coal dust. Since then, we have built up greenhouses, we enjoy warm outdoor swimming pools, year-round produce electricity in high heat areas, and harness endless opportunities for cascading use of geothermal value streams, including in low heat areas, like we have in Europe and in Germany. Our big push in the energy transition, moving away from the imported fossil fuel of domestic renewable resources was in the 1970s. In a couple of decades, heating of houses with fossil fuels was replaced with clean geothermal energy. In the 70s, the term climate change was not in our vocabulary, and nobody was talking about the connection between global warming and CO2. Our main focus then was on being independent from imported oil by using the energy under our very feet, which had the advantage of being clean and more convenient than oil. The social and economic benefits of this development have been substantial. The macroeconomic benefits of the geothermal district heating system annually amount to around 7% of our GDP. This is not only because the energy prices of geothermal are usually lower than electricity or import fossil fuel for house heating, it is also that the quality of life is substantially improved. We are keenly aware that we are now in the midst of converging crisis of energy security and climate change. There is a severe energy crisis stemming from Russia's brutal invasion of Ukraine. The climate crisis is blooming larger than ever. Notably, the key addressing both issues lies in renewable energy. The crisis has accelerated even more the drive for renewable energy development for the purpose of enhancing energy security and fighting climate change. In Iceland, we are fortunate not to be dependent on Russian oil or gas. Having abundant domestic renewable energy supply enables us to meet 100% of our electricity and heating needs from such resources. The fact that geothermal energy is a domestic source lends it a great role in energy security. It provides a secure and stable energy supply, reducing the need to import non-renewable energy and therefore increasing energy independence. We know there are vast opportunities in Europe for geothermal utilization. I am impressed by Germany's technological developments in harnessing low heat resources. The benefits from drawing on geothermal energy are undeniable and fit well with the EU's goal of promoting secure and clean energy and environmental long-term policies. Geothermal district heating has great potential of replacing a significant part of EU's demand for imported energy. There is a clear potential to expand the use of geothermal both for new district heating systems as well as the use of geothermal instead of fossil fuel in systems that are already operational. But despite being blessed with abundant renewable energy resources in Iceland, we also acknowledge that we need to do more and are committed to do so, including by sharing our experience and green solutions with others. And what we need to do, we need to scale up existing green solutions. And we also need innovation if we want to succeed in averting catastrophic climate change. For Iceland, that brings us again to geothermal energy and technology. Some years ago, Icelandic scientists sought solutions to curb sulfur and carbon emission from geothermal energy productions. These are natural emissions, but concentrated and speeded up by geothermal plants. The result is CarbFix, a revolutionary technology in carbon capture and storage, where CO2 is captured from steam, pumped underground, and turned into minerals in porous basaltic rock. The technology is rapidly evolving and now used for direct air capture at a site near Reykjavik. Big grants from the EU and others are helping us to develop this technology further. This is exciting, but so are other cutting-edge research and innovation projects. The next frontier in the geothermal value chain is superhot geothermal energy. We have endless energy in the mantle of the earth, and Iceland is looking to unlock this vast potential. When we achieve it, it will be a game changer. However, this is something which we cannot do on our own. We need partners to work with, and I can think of no better partner than Germany to work towards this next generation of geothermal energy. We need German science and precision engineering. There is a project in Iceland, Krafla Magma Testbed, also known as KMT, that is working towards building a research infrastructure in the northeast of Iceland, dedicated to drilling into magma. I would like to use this opportunity to invite the German government to join hands with us in solving the challenges associated with harnessing this extreme energy potential. Partnerships and cooperation are essential for solving the daunting tasks ahead. In this regard, Iceland is fortunate, even though we are a bit far away, to have a long-lasting bond and friendship with Germany. I hope that we can build on that connection and strengthen our ties in the area even further. Let us build a clean energy and a stable climate future together. Thank you.